Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to give you guys an update on the fish room because things are always changing. I'm always making progress, and I just want to give you guys a little raw, uncut look at the fish room because it's that point in the week where I need to do maintenance. I need to do water changes. The tanks don't look the best, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you guys the raw and the real and what this fish room really looks like. So we're gonna talk about this part of the fish room, and then we'll go to the back. Matter of fact, we're gonna just talk about the back first, and then I'll show you guys what's going on out here. So let's head back there. So this is what I call my working fish room. This is where I do all my breeding. This is where all the fish that I import, I bring them back here to quarantine to get ready for sale. This is where I do a lot of growing out babies and just a lot of stuff. I've been working on these 4 tanks this week, getting them set up for some fish that I got coming. I have tons of fish coming in this week, more than I probably even got room for. I got a lot of fish coming in, tons of shrimp. So we got these tanks set up for shrimp, different species. I got probably about 10 or 11 species of shrimp coming into the fish room this week. So I'm super excited about that. Can't wait to get them in here and show you guys what I got. These 2 tanks over here, we still got our dwarf neon rainbows in this tank, and I still got a tank of them out in the main aisle. Tank doesn't look the best. These are, like I said, these are my working tanks. I don't spend time wiping glass. I just feed the fish, and that's it. Change the water, and that's it. I don't spend time making these tanks look all beautiful because this is not that type of fish room. But I have been putting in a mop in here just so that way I can try to get some eggs. And I've been getting some eggs out of these guys. So I'm going to see if I can hatch and grow up some of these dwarf neon rainbows. I think that'd be nice. Look at that male right there. He's looking good. He is in there looking great. I think the males that's in here, this tank have been growing a lot faster than the males that's out in the main fish room. I don't know why. I've been feeding the fish the same, but these guys just been getting a little bit bigger. Maybe because there's less males in here, less dominance, and they can just spend time swimming and chilling with these females. I don't know what's going on. But these guys are going to be going to a local fish store. I'll let you guys know if you want to purchase these from a local fish store. I will have them at a local fish store this week. Same thing with these tiger barbs. Still got some green tiger barbs here. These guys will be going to a local fish store as well this week. So if you want to pick up some of these, I will let you guys know about that. Another tank that is just need to be glass and be white, but I kind of like all this biofilm and all this algae all over the glass because when I get my new fish in, I put shrimp in there, they'll be able to just eat on that and do their thing, and they'll have this tank crystal clear by the time a week go by. This tank will be crystal clear. So that's why I kind of leave these tanks pretty dirty so that when I bring my shrimp in, they have plenty of biofilm and algae and all different type of stuff to eat on. So these 2 tanks will be empty this week, hopefully. That's the plan. Down here, I still have quite a few Bloody Marys. Well, these are the ones I kept. I kept about 100 of them for myself, and I still have another 300 of them coming in this week. But these are kind of like my breeding group right now, and I've been seeing a little bit of a few bear females, but these guys are still pretty juvenile. I had an issue with this tank this week, actually. I did like a 50% water change on this tank, and I lost probably about 10 or 20 of these shrimp. They were just really sensitive to the water change. So what I've been doing lately is, what I'm finding out with shrimp is that you got to do very minimum water changes, like 10%, maybe 10% every day, or maybe 10% every few days, but don't change a bunch of water at one time because they are very sensitive. So if you're buying shrimp from me personally, or you just keeping shrimp, don't do big water changes. Don't change the water parameters very drastically because these shrimp will have a problem and you will lose some. So I did lose a few shrimp this week from doing that 50% water changes, and I learned my lesson. So I will no longer be doing that. He's doing like small 20% water changes, maybe 10% to be on the safe side. And we'll see how that goes. But these guys are doing amazing. Everybody's bounced back. But they had me up all night doing water changes. I was putting in like cycled tank water in here, just trying to bring them back. But they was in here looking really weird. And that's how I knew the water parameters was off. But everybody is back doing really good. And I got some little leaf litter in here now. So been putting leaf litter in all these tanks. I think I got one over here too with our red Reallys. I still got a bunch of red Reallys as well that are looking good. So if you local and you want to pick up some shrimp, just reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, comment on this video, email me, whatever way you feel like you can get in contact with me. And I will definitely sell you some shrimp if you're local. So we got tons of red Reallys in here. And these guys have been doing great. I got so many bear females, it's ridiculous. Look at them all up in here in the trees. I call them the trees, but the hornwort. For tons and tons of shrimp everywhere. And I'm about to have so many this week. I can't wait. Super exciting. Still got about a heck of lives. A tank of these will be going to a local fish store as well. So if you're looking to pick some of those up, I will tell you guys about that this week. And then I think I'm going to be keeping this group down here. This is one I don't know. I just like this group and they've been getting a lot more color. So I'm going to be keeping this group right here for myself. Probably not all of them, maybe like 4 or 5 of them. And the rest of them I'll be selling. But I need to get these 2 tanks empty this week because I need room for the fish that's going to be coming in. Over here, we got our Blue Dreams in here looking amazing. They have been doing amazing. This has probably been the best ones right here, these Blue Dreams. And I still got a bunch of little albino bristlenose plecos in here as well. They have been doing great. I got like 4 different types of blue shrimp coming in, so I'm super excited to see the quality of those and see how they looking. See some up here up on this leaf litter, which hasn't sunk down yet, but eventually it'll fall down to the bottom. So yeah, this tank is doing amazing as well. And as you can see, these tanks don't look the best. Like they're not all pristine and crystal clear. These are working tanks, you know. Like this tank right here with my clown loaches in here. You can see the tank is filthy, it's my opinion. Like I don't like dirty tanks, but I feed this tank very heavily and it just gets like this. But I don't mind it at all because the fish is healthy. You can see all the little clown loaches. So I'll be moving these guys out of this tank as well this week because I need this tank for something else. So I'll be doing a big clean water change on that this week, getting it ready for some new fish. We do have some new babies down here though. These Turkana Jewels do not know how to stop breeding. Every 3 weeks I get babies out of them, which is amazing. I love that. See that little side view. But yeah, we got another batch, about 200-300 babies in here. And I've been having a hard time raising these fry up. You know, honestly, I've tried to artificially raise them by myself. I've tried to leave them with the parents. And it's just, I've been having a hard time. So this time I'm just going to leave them with the parents and see what happens. You know, I've left them with the parents maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Then I try to remove them. The babies die. So I'm just going to leave them in here permanently. And we're going to see how the parents raise them up and see if the parents can help get them to a good size. So that way I feel comfortable about moving them. But I've been having a little bit of issues raising these babies up. I don't know what it is. It's a little difficult. I don't know. Been feeding them everything, trying to not to change the water parameters. I've been doing everything, but I just cannot get these guys to go. So if anybody got any experience with these, let me know because I've been having a hard time of raising them up to actual size so they can survive. But they end up looking amazing right now. But now out to the main fish room, which I call this my showroom. I call these are my show tanks. These are tanks that I spend most time just watching, looking at. And the other tanks, I kind of spend time working on them and always got my hands in the tanks and dealing with stuff. These are just set, ready, go. I don't do nothing. But we got a little water evaporation. That's some things that happens. And within a week down here in my fish room, I lose about that much water. And I'll do a water change, fill them back up, and these fish will be back normal. But you can see this tank is looking crystal clear, though. Looking amazing. And these Australian rainbows have really put on some size since I purchased them. Loving them. And we got our brilliant ras boars in the back. Looking good. Beautiful little tank though. Can't complain. This tank is looking amazing. I'm probably ain't gonna end up putting all those high fin platies in here for now. Just so I can free up some space in the back tank. I did put in some cherry shrimp in here that I had these guys forever. I ain't had these cherry shrimp forever, at least a couple years. So I put some cherry shrimp in here. I think I put about 5 or 6 of them in here. And I low-key forgot until I just looked and seen them. So we got some cherry shrimp in this tank. So this is a little cool little tank. We got some endlers. We got some platies. We got some shrimp. There even a little Cory in there. We got one little panda Cory in here, which I need to get some more. And then there's some coolie loaches in here as well. So this tank is doing good. Just need to do a quick little water change on that. This is the tank that we set up in the last video, so you guys can see how this tank is looking. It's at this point now where it need another water change. It's nice and murky. We got some water evaporation, but the tank itself, though, has been looking amazing. Stuff is already starting to grow in. The fish seem to be settled in, and they're looking good. Had a little bit of melt on some of these crypts over here, and then some of this reppins that's in the foreground, but that was in the tissue culture. So I kind of knew that was going to melt on me. I wasn't really too concerned about that, and hopefully it'll bounce back once I get some dose and some fertilization. I haven't really fertilized my tanks in probably like a week, and I can tell that because I haven't fertilized them. They just not looking. The plants ain't looking as vibrant, so I need to go buy some more ferts. But this tank is looking good though. We just need a little water change, which I'll probably do tomorrow, and have the thing nice and pristine and looking good. But that is how it's looking right now, and it looks good even without a water change. Got a little bit of tannins in it, a little bit of murkness, but it looks good though. Came out great. Got all our Maltese over here, which this tank is really maturing with the plants. Like I'm seeing a lot of this sage really starting to really take off in here, which is pretty cool. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm really liking seeing that. And then all our little Maltese down here. I need to figure something else out about the tank. I know I said in one of my last videos that if anybody want these, you probably have them. But I think I'm gonna end up taking them to the fish store this week and just let the store have those, and they can sell them, make some money off of them. And then hopefully we can get these Maltese to get back to breeding a little bit better, because I really like these guys. I really like. I haven't had these for about 3 years now, at least 3 years, and I like them. Orange swordtails looking good in here. Ooh, look at the little Cabensi female popping out. See if we can get a focus on her. She looking good in there. Big old Cory. This is like one of the first fish when I first started importing fish. That was like one of the first fish I had brought in was these guys. I think they call like Julie Cory or something like that. And they have stood the test of time. Been here living really good. It's more dwarf neon rainbows. Now you can see what I was saying, how the males are bigger in the other tank than they are in this tank, which is crazy. But I don't know if it's because there's a little bit more fish in here. But I feed the tanks the same, but the other ones seem to be just a little bit bigger. But this tank is looking good. Look at all this pearl weed that I got growing up here, just floating. Number pearl weed. It's crazy. Loving it. Got our Congo tetras. Looking good. They done messed up they knocked out my fern. Normally that fern is stuck in there, but I think what they be doing is they be spawning in the morning time inside that fern right there, and then it kicks it up. I'm always having to replant that down there, so I think they be in there spawning in the morning. That's my idea of what they be doing, because these males be definitely flared up in the morning time, and all these dang Odessa barbs. And that's crazy because I had a plan to move these guys over here with the Tapajos, but the Tapajos are here killing each other, fighting like crazy, and found two dead ones. I'm just pissed. Like, I'm so pissed off with these fish right now, because I had a dope plan for them. And I know there was aggressive fish, but I just don't have time for it. I don't have enough time in the day to be sitting here watching the aggressive fish, making sure they're not killing each other. There's too many moving parts in my life. So I'm gonna have to do something different. I might end up selling these Tapajos at the next fish swap, and we'll just do something a little bit more peaceful in this aquarium. I just like peaceful fish. It just works for me in my lifestyle. Just having peaceful fish. Gonna be pretty much it for today's content. We just wanted to give you guys a little updates on some of the stuff that's going on down here in the fish room. Everything is looking good. Everybody is doing good. Oh, I didn't show this tank. I don't think I haven't showed this tank. This is my bristlenose breeding tank. And then I got a bunch of guppies in here growing up. But we got a bunch of bristlenoses in here. And they actually just had some babies recently. So we got a bunch of little bristlenose pleco babies in here. You can see Dad right there hanging out. and then a bunch of little guppies in this tank as well. But just want to give you guys a little quick updates. I will keep you guys updated on what's going to be happening next week. We are really close to having the website back open so you guys can purchase fish from us. So stay tuned, be patient with me, and we'll get this thing together.